Hi everyone, welcome to Projectio Designs. I create Excel templates to keep people stay organized, manage their tasks, and keep track of them efficiently and effectively. In this tutorial, I will be covering a task and project tracker that I developed from scratch. This task and project tracker makes things easier for you to track your work progress and workload across weekly, monthly, flexible duration as well. So in this template, I made 7 tabs, including an instruction tab that lets you know what exactly is included in this template. So jumping to the instructions tab, in this instructions tab, you will notice that you will see all the instructions simply listed for you here so that you can visit them at any time. And all tabs are as well. I would like to highlight the menu, which basically a navigation bar that you can move from a tab to another. And in this instructions tab as well, you will see the color codes for the priority matrix that I have designed and built within the template, and its color codes, as well as the stats color codes, stats images, and the decision matrix color codes and the decision matrix include like what does it include. And that's all about the instructions and the instructions tab. So when you understand the instructions tab and you understand this tutorial, you'll be starting straight ahead from the step tab. In the step tab, you will be basically empowering your drop-down lists that are actually optimized to your needs. So basically, you can type in any of these columns what exactly you would like to have in your drop-downs. For example, you can type the project names, the assignees, the team names, the categories that you would like to cover. In this specific tutorial, I have included some mock examples here so that we can work around it. As well as alongside that, I have included also holidays and days off list here for you to add, and that can be highlighted for you, and you'll be able to organize your workload around them. And that's all you will edit in the step tab, and most likely this is gonna be a one time or a once in a while time that you can come here and edit some of the things that are in here. And then when you finish with the step tab, you will go to the task symbol. So the task symbol is basically all the things that you will just include in your, like how you would input your tasks, and that's it. Nothing else that you will include. So what is exactly in here is that you can edit any cells in this tab except the columns that are actually highlighted by dark color, so that because they are formulated and we don't want to edit them. So to add a new task, you simply go to the new row, and in the task name you can type, for example, daily meeting. And then you can see here a quick reminder that you need to have your names unique, so that the program doesn't get confused between names and between tasks. And if it is not unique name, it will pop up an error saying that please enter a unique name. However, hopefully this time it is a unique name. Yeah. So we see here that this value doesn't match data validation restrictions defined for this cell. So you are not entering specific. You are entering something that is like repeated before. So we click cancel. We do, for example, Friday meeting. So as soon as you enter the Friday meeting, you can see a task ID that has been generated for it automatically. You can select what is the categories that you would like to have, and for example, the assignee, the team that is included. So remember that all of that comes from the step tab. And that's the power of the stop tab. So you need to really understand that. So in the frequency, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 selections. So once every day, every week, month, and year. So you only, if it's a frequent task, you just enter it once, not multiple times, and the program will handle it. And if it's a once-time task, you just select a once. For example, this is a once time, or let's say it is a weekly time. So it's an every week thing. So the states should be, for example, in progress. The importance of this is, for example, made. The urgency, is it an urgent task or no? So you can just select an urgent or not urgent, and then according to your selection to the urgent and the importance, the priority will be selected, which is now mid-low. And then you can select also the decision that has been made for it to do, for example. And then, for example, you enter the start date. So the start date is basically this, the first date is this task occurring, and the due date is the last date or the end date that you would like this task to end at. For example, if it's an every week task, you have the start date and you want it to carry on from October till, for example, let's say from October till December. So you will go, for example, or 17th of October 2025 till, for example, 30th of December 2025. And so the program then will calculate the remaining days, the next occurrence. The next occurrence is basically a week after, because it's an every week, so a week after the start date. The update date, so this is just for your information so that you can be updated when was this task has been updated. And then the completeness, for example, let's insert the completeness is 20%, and then you can also add some notes as well, but we're not gonna have it here. And then you also can see a calculated column here called count. So this count is basically how many times this task is gonna happen over this specified duration. So it's gonna happen 24th, it's gonna happen the next Friday, so because it's a Friday meeting. And so that's how you enter one task. When you enter all of your tasks, let's like this. When you entered all of your tasks, you just have to refresh the sheet so that all of what you have included in here, or you have modified, for example, tasks and something, especially the frequency, the start date, and the due date, it's really recommended that you press on the refresh sheet button here. So this refresh sheet button takes care of the frequent tasks, takes care of everything. So sorts out all the changes for you so that every other tabs are actually updated to the most current edition of your task info table. And so basically, as soon as you refresh your sheet, you are then just a macro that runs in the background. So as soon as it finishes, you will be able to like move from to another tab. And so now it's ready. So we can jump to see how this specific task has been is gonna show for us. For example, so let's go to the weekly view. So in the weekly view, we have we have filters that allows us to be able to manage what tasks that we would like to see. And we also have the enter date, so the date that we would like to see the week within that date. So that means that basically, for example, if you enter any date within the current week, you will see the current week. If you enter a date within the last week, it will show the last week. And so there is also the start or due tasks. So sometimes you would like to see only the tasks that you would like to start this week, or you would like to see only the tasks that are actually due to this week. And sometimes you would like to see both of them. So I've included this filter, and then you can filter by all other categories: the team, the assignee, the project, the category, the everything. So for example, in this specific case, we are looking for all tasks that are not starting. So how these filters work is basically you select all here. That means that no matter what you include here, it's gonna show all tasks here. All tasks for that specific, all category, all tasks that meet everything for this start for this specific filter and all filters. For example, if you would like only to see the start tasks though, you can just come to start tasks, select the start tasks, and you need to delete this. As soon as you do that, the lists here will update, the figures will update according to your selection as well. And then we have the same way everything is done there. So as you see right now, everything updated. So for example, we have a task that is starting on the 17th of October, and this is the Friday meeting. So the Friday meeting that we have just entered, 20% completed, for example, Friday meeting 1, Friday meeting 2. So each count, for example, from 1 to 11. So Friday meeting will be repeated 11 times. So Friday meeting 1, Friday meeting 2, Friday meeting 3, and so on. So that count number is basically the count for that specific task. So these are start tasks that are starting this week, and one of them is the start tasks, and one of them is the due task of that Friday meeting this week. So that's how the filters work. So when we go to the weekly view, we also see some charts here per day. So this allows you to actually see the tasks per the tasks load per status, priority, and decision for each day of that specific week that you have selected. So as we can see here, all the categories are showed, and then far on the right you can see an overview of the whole week. For example, by status, the percentage of overload, the overload for that specific week, the weekly priority, and weekly decision. All of what you see in this tab is basically depending of what you select in the filters column here. So whatever you change in the filters column will change whatever you see in this view. And so in the weekly view, you will see a detailed distribution of your tasks per day and the whole week. And that's it about the weekly view. So jumping into the monthly view, if you are planning the whole month, you would like to see how your month load is distributed around each week and each day per week. So starting from the left side here, we can see a small mini calendar that highlights today's date, the holidays that we specify, in yellow. The red is the highlighting of days that have due tasks, sorry. And then when the green, we can see the days that only has start tasks. The filters in this one is also works the same exact thing. And what we can see here is according to the filters, all the categories, all the charts, the fillings here depends on the filters that we apply on the left here. So, for example, as there is also something that I would like to highlight here is that, as you notice here, for example, on the 16th of October, the day is full of tasks, and because of that, there is a limit for each day for the monthly view to up to 10 tasks for each day. So if there is more than 10 tasks, this message will appear beneath it saying that more tasks available. So if there are more tasks available for you on that specific day, the only suggestion that you can do is basically you can go to the weekly view, and for that specific week, you can view all the tasks for that specific day. With that highlighted, we can go then to the figures and the distribution of the dashboard up there, up here. So we have calculated like automatically calculated total task, completed tasks, and completion rate, total due to tasks, and overdue tasks as well. And then we can see the priority count for this month, the status count for this month, and the decision count for this month. All of that is distributed and like viewed for the whole month. However, on the right here, I thought it's good that we can also have an overview, for a small overview for or small summary for each week of the month, so that we can see what kind of load that we have for each week. For example, a weekly summary for start tasks, the due to tasks, and the completion rate for the tasks as well. For all the weeks per that specific month. And that's the weekly view, the monthly view for our template. And then we also have a dashboard. So for a more flexible and more not limited time, instead of a week or a month, we maybe want to see like a whole year distribution, or just a 3 days distribution. So in this, you can come to this dashboard. In this dashboard, you can specify the period that you would like to see. For example, from in this case, I am entering from 18th to 20th of October, and then applying the same filters in the weekly or monthly view. So the filters is something that you can play around with unlimitedly. Like there's unlimited selections for the filters. So if you have any questions with the filters, please let me know, and I will reply to you as soon as possible. And in the dashboard, I have included some metrics here so that you are aware of your workload and your progress around this specific period. There is also some bit charts so that we can see the priority distribution, decision, status, and team, as well as assignee distribution, so that we are aware of what each assignee has, how many tasks each person has for each specific day, for each specific duration that we enter. Then these 3 tables are very important as well, and very important to understand. So in the first and second table, the first one shows us the day's tasks. So no matter what duration that we are entering here, we will see the today's task. For example, today is the 20th of October. We are looking for tasks that meet this specification that are happening in today's task, in today, like during today. And then we have upcoming 7 days tasks. So this is the basically also not affected by the duration, but affected by the filters, the same as the today's tasks. And it will show us the tasks that are either due to or starting for the upcoming 7 days. And then finally, which is the filtered tasks, all filtered tasks. So that means that we are seeing the tasks that are in our specific duration that we have selected on the filters section, and that meets all the filters that we are applying. And this is what is the result that we are getting right now. And that's all about our dashboard. So moving towards the timeline, you would like to use this whenever you would like, for example, to show your timeline or the Gantt chart of your tasks in a presentation, or you would like to see like how tasks are working together, what is the tasks that coming first, what are the tasks that coming after that, and so on. And so I made this as flexible as possible, where you can select a start date, and you can select what kind of view of your Gantt chart you would like to see. For example, a daily view or a weekly view. And you would like to see also how many number of years in advance you would like to see, starting from the start date. For example, if in our case now we have a start date of 1st of October, a type of the Gantt chart of daily type, and number of years of 1 year. So we will see a whole year starting from 1st of October 2025 till the 1st of October 2026. That's amazing. However, so the start task, the start date is any date that you specify within a specific month. And that specific month will, the Gantt chart will start from the day of that specific month. After filling these three categories, you refresh, you press on this button, which refreshes basically how your Gantt chart will apply according to your specifications here. As soon as it's ready, this will pop out for you saying that it has been successfully done. So you click OK, and then we can move to the how to fill this, and is it flexible or not. So as a guest is flexible as much as possible. So this one, the filling of this table is basically either automatically filled or manually filled. So as we can see here, there is a note saying that if you would like to fill it automatically, you just select the from the drop down list according to what you would like to see first and what you would like to see second. So these are the tasks names. If you would like to see it automatically, you come to the first cell in the tasks name, and you type auto fill trigger. You type basically equal, and as soon as you say AU, it will come up to you saying autofill trigger. So double click on that and then press enter. As soon as you press enter, everything will be filled automatically, and it will be so easy for you to see everything according to the input that you have in your input task. If you would like to have it all manually input, you highlight the whole column by pressing on like that, and then you press delete. So deleting that column, as we can guess now that it's gonna be nothing there. So as soon as you delete that, everything will disappear. However, as we are aware that these are highlighted more than these, that means that we only can input the tasks data, and the rest is gonna be filled automatically. So for example, I am gonna see the Friday meeting that we have entered. So the Friday meeting 1, and everything will be filled automatically. Friday meeting, for example, 2. So we can see the Friday meeting that has been on the 17th of October 2020. That's the first one, and then let's update. Let's update. Let's try Friday meeting 3. So as we can see, so the Friday meeting 1 is highlighted. Friday meeting 2 is highlighted. Friday meeting 3 is highlighted as well. So what is the start and the due date? There's also another thing that we can see here is that there is a highlighting of progress. So 20% will be highlighted with darker color, and then the rest will be highlighted with a lighter color. If you don't want to do that, we can do it automatically as I show you. And that's the end of our template. I hope that this tutorial helped you, and I hope that you like this template. And if you would like to have any questions, anything that you would like to ask, please let me know in the comments or by messaging me on the Etsy account. If you like this tutorial and you like this template, please support our channel by a like and a comment, as well as support our shop on. You can download this tab by clicking on the link that's available in the bio. Thank you for watching.